everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. This is episode 9. Last time we had a face-to-face encounter with the Arashok of the Qunari people to close out the episode. It was a fantastic scene having Fenris here as well. Very, very enjoyable. We also saw an alternate outcome of this one if Fenris wasn't with us. And the only reason this even happened in the first place was because Isabella bailed. If Isabella didn't bail mysteriously before we came in here, then we wouldn't have witnessed it. So there you go. We can be grateful for that. Ooh, we can have another conversation.
Why do you bother me, human? I hire no blades and need no goods. Your kind thinks selfishness and want are normal. This city, all of it, leaves a bad taste.
Interesting. I didn't expect there to be a full dialogue tree. I just thought it would just say something like, get out of here.
If you despise this place, why haven't you left?
Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You say we should leave, but how can you bear to stay in this chaos?
I agree, it's a mess.
But you don't see that as a problem?
I see it as an opportunity, and I intend to take full advantage.
Karisten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. It is an undeniable certainty. What full advantage can you take without that authority?
Something that I really find interesting about Dragon Age, that I've struggled with in Dragon Age Origins and still remains consistent in Dragon Age 2, and I think it's very well done, is engaging with the Qunari is such a challenge. It's so hard because they have such a different perspective on things and how they engage with things, entirely different cultural structure across the board, and engaging with them is always difficult in that sense. You know what I mean? Like the way that they talk about things and relate it to everything else, and everyone's got their own experiences going in. I just think it's very realistic that me, the human character, looking at this guy being like, I don't have the smarts to engage on this level of discussion with you because I don't get it. And that's not out of ignorance. It's just out of just such completely different cultural experiences. And I'm just like, it just makes me want to, when I look at these options, I find sometimes we have these situations in a dialogue choice game, is I look at all of our options and I go, I don't really know which one I feel is right to pick for me. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there'll be one that I look at and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to say. But then there's other times like this and I'm like, actually, I don't know what I'm going to say. So we're going to default to Humorous Hawk.
Sorry, I find myself distracted by deny and die.
And yet you accept the random violence that plagues this nation. I wonder if the weaker of your citizens would be so close to certainty. Our role may have to change, if the Qun demands. I suspect we are done, human.
Okay, we do get some more conversational choices here. I assume we're done. I thought that would be the end of it.
I don't think Kirkwall would do well under military rule.
The rule of the Qun is not military. It is discipline and order.
How is that different?
To your limited understanding, it is not. You fear soldiers that arrive to remove your pitiable vices. But they do not control Qunari. The Triumvirate divides and governs. One is nothing without the others.
Can you tell me about the other two parts?
No.
Now you're just being difficult.
I am no more equipped to explain than you are to understand. Arishak, Arigena, Arikyun, pillars of the Qunari, of the nation that must be. There is but one way to know these things, human, and I have yet to decide if it must be done.
You're a long way from home. Why did you come?
To meet a demand of the Qun.
Which was?
It is a matter only the Qunari understand. We remain until we fulfill the demand of the Qun, or until the demand changes.
Alright then. Keep your secrets.
How many Qunari have you lost to the Talvashoth?
None.
Optimistic, considering my death toll.
We lose nothing when weakness abandons the Qun. It is the Talvashoth who have lost themselves.
I met an honorable one.
Doubtful.
He said he was a mercenary, not a murderer.
Then I know he made no claim to honor. When they sell themselves, little remains. He is not even dead to the Qun. He is a living insult.
Wow. Okay. Damn. We already know the answer for this one.
Farewell.
Panahedan, human.
Panahedan. So we won't push him on that because we know why. He already said so last time. Just yeah, very cool conversation, but like I can when we're engaging with it, and like I said, it's very realistic because he's going, "You won't understand," and I'm like, "I know, but I'm trying to." And he's like, "You don't need to. Get out of here. You don't have to understand, man. Just leave." Alright, thank you for your time, Fenris. Okay, let's see. Actually, you know what? While we're here at Gather Your Party, I'll take this as an opportunity to actually just switch everybody out. And I'm gonna run with a different group. Oh, not 3 warriors. Not 3 warriors. Let's have Meryl get to know other characters. I wonder what conversations Meryl and Fenris would actually have, God, I can't even choose who I want. I just said not 3 warriors, and then I'm like, fuck it, 3 warriors and a mage. And then we'll have some conversations take place between them, I suppose. Okay. A Chantry sister has been flashing coin around Lowtown, fishing for help with some unnamed problem. Checking for her in Lowtown. Okay. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. Yeah, I'm assuming Meryl should have some good conversations with people. I do like that they've gotten rid of dialogue bridge and they've turned it into, there are still areas where dialogue hits, but it seems to just hit like more frequently and less obviously when it comes in. I have not leveled up these characters in a bit, so let's do that. Let's change that, shall we? 3 ability points. Immune to critical hits? Yes, absolutely. Taunt now affects enemies in a larger area. Bravery draws more enemies towards the warrior. God damn. This is gonna be a funny one, this warmonger. Maybe I might do that. Let's make Bellow. And oh, we can get Bravado or Bravura. So every enemy who swarms the warrior while bravery is active now increases the warrior's damage further. 5% for nearby enemy. And bravery now draws more enemies towards the warrior, increasing the mode's bonuses. Well, I'm going to go for... Well, 10%, and then this is an extra 5%. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Warmonger, you... do that. Now, what have we got going for you? What have we been doing? You've got two-handed skills, but you're also doing Battle Master. Okay. Rallies fellow combatants, briefly boosting their mana stamina. And now you'll gain the benefits of the upgrades to Might Control, Turn the Blade until Metal Aegis for the duration of the rally. Sure. The warrior now taunts nearby enemies. I'll leave that because Aveline is going to do that. Second Wind. Instant restoration of stamina. That's cool. And better regenerate as well in battle. Just unrelenting Battle Master. And still more on that rivalry scale.
Here, miss. Word is you're looking for help. And paying well.
I need someone native to the dark places beneath Lowtown. If you claim as much, yes, I will pay.
I am. Let's just step into this alley and me and my fellows can have a look at the money on offer.
Come on.
Chosen poorly.
Yeah.
Can you save someone so intent on being foolish?
Like, honestly, bro. You guys tried your best.
Well, thank you for your timely intervention. I am out of my element.
Surely you didn't realize that just now.
I had to come here to get the type of person I need. Someone of bloody skill, but also integrity. Perhaps the kind who might leap to someone's defense. I have a charge who needs passage from the city. If you are willing and capable, meet me at my safe house nearby.
You make a lot of assumptions. It almost got you killed already.
All the more reason to end this quickly. You must need coin. Everyone here does. Vael!
Not so helpless, I see.
I hope you will come. This matter only grows more urgent with time.
Okay. I like that it's always like, this grows more urgent with time. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like most of my quests. Most of my quests are like, please come to me right now. I think this was the Act of Mercy was the anonymous plea for help. So that's a main plot quest. I should probably finish doing the Bone Pit. Let's go back to Hightown Market to cash in on that bad boy. I think when you enter the Hanged Man, you can choose your destination from there, so that's at least nice. Enter a place so I can leave. Hightown, during the day.
I understand you're named after a famous knight.
Everyone always brings up the name.
I've not heard of Sir Aveline. Is she very famous?
Really? They don't tell of her glorious downfall into Winter?
Not to slaves.
Pardon me for saying so, but thank the Maker for that.
Okay. I'm waiting for Meryl to get her conversation. There's a lot in Hightown during the day right now. Fenris loose ends, Traditionalist Envoy. Oh yeah, we got side quest stuff to just hand in, and then the duty quest, the Chantry. And Bounty. Rescue the Viscount's son. Okay.
I solved your problem.
So, what happened? One of the miners told me you rescued him from dragons. I cuffed him for lying.
Well, he wasn't. Go there and see the corpses for yourself.
But I thought they're extinct. I believe you. You made them extinct again? If it is safe, the miners can return to work.
I bet their first task will be cleaning up the entrails the last shift left behind.
A dragon killer and a mind reader. Wonderful. Let us discuss your payment. You have been a great help. Since you did so much more than I was expecting, how about we work together? I am offering a 50-50 share in the mine. You will make us both rich if you can keep your countrymen safe.
Interesting. Okay.
Why would you share half your business with me?
I spent a decade honing my business instincts in Val Royeaux. I once sold a seat cushion to Empress Selene. Simply put, I have a good feeling about you. So, what do you say?
If you want my help, you'll pay for my services in advance.
You're both tough and shrewd. Very well. I had some money set aside for safety equipment, but it is yours instead. So, to our first order of business. We'll replace the lost workers. I will hire new hands. Plenty of desperate Fereldans out there, but it will take some time. I need you to convince the surviving miners to return. They are holed up in Lowtown. Tell them the Bone Pit is safe again.
I'll see what I can do.
Not here to sell today, guardsman.
Aveline rivalry. See, this is one of those situations where it's like, sometimes when you do certain side quest completions or talk to people, you want to like change your party to reflect that. Because it's a bit of a shame that like it doesn't affect people that aren't in your party. So you can only really progress 3 people at a time.
I think you let this get away from you.
You found this? I don't know what to say.
Say nothing. Bounty. Rescue the Viscount's son. Authored on the authority of His Excellency Viscount Marlowe Dumas. Citizens of able nature, Viscount Dumas requires your aid. His son, Seamus Dumas, has been lost to uncertain company, and a safe return is sought with all haste. Make your case of skill to Seneschal Bran at his station in His Excellency's keep, and the reward for this act shall be generous in both sentiment and coin. Interesting. Okay, we'll do that. It's a good thing that Varric mentioned the Viscount's son as like a fake out before.
This fell into my hands. Recognize it?
An old, foolish thing to need. Thank you for saving me the trip.
Okay. Ephemeral. What's the quest over here? Oh, that's cool. Aveline walking through the city and the guards acknowledge her as such. That's cool. Ephemeral. It's been some time.
Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again.
Indeed.
Or are you not too proud to make some coin?
Pride usually hasn't been my downfall.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean. I sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks. Haven't seen them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Feels like I should have Varric and Isabella in my party for these type of jobs to get their friendship, because Aveline is just going to be like, I hate this.
Is this anyone I know?
When you left, we had to take on new Ferelden. Volunteers. Lad named Price was leading them. No one of your caliber.
Where were they last seen?
They were supposed to meet down by the docks, under cover of darkness. I know you're familiar with the concept.
Want to tell me what you were selling?
We were trying to make a deal with the Carta. Those Orzammar dwarves. They like luxury items. Fine fabrics, a cask of caviar, an aged wine. Anything one can liberate from a Hightown merchant.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened.
Yep, Aveline rivalry. We've got her somewhat on a friendship list, but now it's just going down. So I think what we should try and do is pick our party members more appropriately for certain quests and interactions, which does make sense. So when I'm doing all my shady shit, I should have Varric and Isabella with me. Not Aveline. And then when I'm doing my righteous good boy tasks, Aveline will be like, jolly good show. You know? Otherwise, it's just going to be like a constant back and forth of Aveline's meter going up and down, which does nothing for us. Oh, you're here. It's this is the duty one? Oh, so this is what I've been doing the whole time. And it's for this guy. Okay. And it is a premium one, I think. So the Flint company mercenaries were dealt with. Return to the Chantry and tell Prince Sebastian Vael that his family is avenged. So we've only seen this guy once in a cutscene. We've been doing this passively for ages, and it's a premium content thing. So, and then we've looked at in the chests and seen his name. So say hello to DLC companion Sebastian.
So, will anyone smite me if I tell you I killed the men who wronged your family?
Excuse me, who are... My post to the Chanter's board? Did Her Grace let that stay? I thought for sure no one even read, but you say you've killed them. You have my eternal gratitude, Sirrah. It is comforting to think my parents might now rest easily in their graves.
Who are you exactly?
I am Sebastian Vael, Prince of Starkhaven. Her Grace might prefer I introduce myself as a brother in the Chantry, but I could not stay after what happened to my family.
Why didn't your family's enemies hunt you down as well?
That's why I took the offensive. Thanks to you, those Flint Company assassins are no longer a danger. I'm the last of my line. Unless I survive, my family will have no justice.
Who sent these mercenaries?
My family has ruled Starkhaven for 6 generations. We have enemies, but none who would identify themselves openly. A distant cousin of mine is claiming rulership now, but he is a bit simple. He can be no more than a pawn in this plot.
Okay.
Surely you have a guess as to who was behind it.
My parents were always prudent in how they handled our nobles. They did not allow rivalries or resentments to flourish. The attack must have come from outside. Kirkwall is our largest trading partner. I came back here to find support for my claim, and perhaps for a clue as to who is behind this foul deed.
Foul deed?
Your parents probably don't care much at this point, but I hope you sleep a bit easier.
Yes, I hope I will. Thank you. Consider this in advance. When I have secured my lands again, you will be paid royally. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must meet with the Viscount and petition him for aid to a fellow city.
Okay. So, not joining
Never met a Dalish,
just yet.
have you?
I wouldn't know.
I'm sure you'd be able to tell. Dalish aren't much like the elves in the cities.
The smug sense of superiority does give you away.
She has nothing to say about that. Okay, so that was duty. So I guess we'll put a pin in that with Sebastian, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. He's going to go petition the Viscount for assistance. He's just going to be running around constantly, being like, "Help me."
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Qunari captor to the Wounded Coast. I'm taking a full company after them. And when I return, I expect him to make a show of the reward.
So many to deal with one Qunari seems excessive.
He may be Tal Vashoth. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way!
Huh?
Yes, what is it?
So we're heading to the Wounded Coast again for the Viscount's son with the Tal Vashoth, who were probably in that. They're probably in that area that we went and explored that just had enemies in it last time. Funnily enough, really close by when we located the other missing son, which we lied and said was the Viscount's son, and it's all in the same area.
Looks like I'm not the only one who saw the bounty posting.
Apparently so, and I am regretting it. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Qunari. If you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters and their violent approach.
There must be suspicions about why the boy went missing.
Why? What have you heard?
Nothing. Until now.
There is truly nothing known. He is gone, and there have been sightings of a Qunari. The only complication is that Seamus is known to be of a sympathetic mind. He may have placed himself in danger, but it is danger nonetheless.
The Qunari are not wild in the city. Petition their leader for the boy's return.
The Arishok has declared that it is not his role to do so. Apparently their rebels, the Tal Vashoth, are hunted anyway, killed for what they are, not for what they may have done. That does not bode well for Seamus.
This isn't a task for a guardsman.
Yes, isn't it?
There is a concern of appearance. If we used guards, it would allow Viscount Dumas' opponents to say this admits the Qunari threat because the city responded.
True.
In these times, public embarrassment is preferable to official embarrassment.
Damn, okay.
I should know about the competition.
The Winters out of Navarra. They don't care one whit if Seamus is returned unharmed. Their lead, Sirrah Guinness, is hungry for a foothold in fair Kirkwall. And frankly, we have enough of their kind.
Okay.
Ready the reward. He'll be back in no time.
Declare it if you like, but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them, on the Wounded Coast.
Ready the reward, boy, for I will get paid. There we go. So now we need to reverse my rivalry points with Aveline.
Good day, Sirrah.
Why do they keep talking about kirking the wall? Like, goddamn.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be. I trust you are well, Donnig.
I am. And your reward is well earned. It will be grand having you over me. Above me. In rank, guard captain.
Thank you, Donnig. It will be grand indeed.
I knew he was gonna do a comment like that. It's gonna be, wait, I didn't mean it to sound like that.
I think you let this get away from you.
I didn't expect to see this again. Thank you. Truly.
I love the reverse fetch quests of find item, return it to random person, run away immediately. You're like, this is yours, bye. Get out of here. We're going to change our party for this rescue of the Qunari. Well, we can't take a guardsman with us. I love that I'm like, I'm going to take a different party with me. And then immediately I start gaining rivalry points with Aveline when I've been trying to build up her friendship. And then engaging in quests where my original party would benefit more. Just kind of makes me laugh. This is why we don't do things, guys. This is why we don't change things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Obviously, I will engage with the other companions more. But it's just funny that as soon as I try, I'm like, oh, regret.
I've 3 children to feed.
I have 3 children to feed.
Hey, this is the one that rescued me from them dragons. A fellow for Eldon, no less.
1,000 thanks for saving Jansen's worthless hide.
Worthless, am I? My farm supplied eggplant half of the South Reach.
Yeah? My eggplant supplied half the bastards in South Reach.
Oh, you're a real hero. Now what brings you here?
Get back to work.
I killed the dragons. It's safe to return to work.
What if there's more dragons later? Or something worse like, bigger dragons?
I go back to the missus without this job, she'll rip me apart sure as any dragon.
What can we do? That bastard Hugh is the only one willing to hire us.
I own half the mine now. I'll keep it safe.
Really? Oh, be nice to work for one of our own. If you don't give us a fair shake, who would? Back to work, boys. I'm happy to take more of Hubert's coin.
Get back to work. Okay. Lovely. So, have you ever wanted to go back to the Wounded Coast again? Well, you're in luck, because we're going back to the Wounded Coast again to face off against the Qunari again, because we have been summoned there again. Oh, hang on. There's 2 here. There's the Wounded Coast approach. Oh, yeah, because that's the Act of Mercy main quest. Yes, indeed. The Wounded Coast, and yep, it's all the way down there. It's exactly where I thought it would be.
And the world's rid of one more Qunari. Easier than I expected. Call the men back. We've got an appointment.
Oh, it's this person.
Isn't that right, Seamus?
Ashad! You killed him! You Vashedan bitch!
That one of their words. See, that's why you need to be dragged home. You're playing too nice with those things. I'll wager you've gone even further than that. Haven't you, brat?
Vashedan. Damn, so he was wanting to hang out with them. Bounty hunters about to have a bounty hunting fight.
A little rough for a rescue, don't you think?
Competition? Well, you're too late. The Winters, I, have already claimed him.
Sirrah, if I must go back, so be it. But I will not see these murderers rewarded.
Spoiled shit! I'll cut out your tongue and charge extra for bringing you back quiet. And as for you, I could do with some entertainment while we wait for the others.
I love the trash talking, because Guinness, my friend, you're about to meet my axe in every possible way. Oh, just fucked Guinness up so hard. She just couldn't even fight back.
Dead and good riddance, but she said she was waiting for more. A lot more.
Well, let's get ready then.
Strip the camp, and we'll ready a fitting welcome.
Oh, Hello. My dog. Oh yeah, it's the petrify, and they're brittle. Cool. So while I was fucking up Guinness, it got petrified. Amazing. They're getting like petrified and horror and like all sorts. Meryl's great as like a debilitator mage.
Do you think it's over?
Oh, Andraste. I've never seen so many corpses. So much blood.
Soil yourself later. There may be more.
There was more. Yeah, Meryl's great as a debilitator. Giving everyone nightmares while petrifying them and then making them brittle for me to eventually do more damage to them. And yet they still have more health than Guinness did. It's weird how spongy some of the enemies can be. It's a massacre. Oh, that rain of arrows, though. God, all these moves of my team right now. Look at him go. Look at Meryl go. She's a badass. It's actually cool to just like actually watch my team do their cool moves.
Never lied. Never coddled. You were worth his time, or you are not. They are not the brutes others claim they are. Take me to my father, and I will try again to make him see.
It's clear this was not your first encounter with this Ashard.
I met him soon after their ship foundered. I had run again, to escape the keep and my father. Ashard was to map the coast, to find an answer for the Arishok. I had so many doubts. Qunari have none.
I wasn't aware that Qunari take many friends.
Perhaps it isn't the right word. I am the Viscount's son, bound by everything that means. Ashard did not care. We were both seeking something. That was enough.
I confess I'm not sure what one does with a dead Qunari.
The body is no longer him, and is worthy of no special treatment. That is, apparently, their way.
Should his people be told?
They will know. Whether they will deign to acknowledge it, I have no idea. There was much of Ashard that I didn't understand, but it was so very worth trying.
The Viscount is clearly concerned about your safety.
The Viscount sends thugs to do a father's job. I was in no danger until his help arrived.
You could have told him this was your wish.
Keep your assumptions. He doesn't hear me. He's as tired of being disappointed as I am of bearing it. And now, Ashard is dead. It's not right.
Okay. We'll leave soon enough, Seamus. Be ready.
I am at your whim, Sirrah.
I must loot all of the corpses. Well, that went about how we could expect. Hunting a bounty, other bounty hunters are gonna show up. And we dealt with them appropriately, but we knew this would be the exact space. Guinness and opal. Trash.
I am ready to leave. And you have coin to collect, I'm sure.
Let's go, Seamus. Your father will be waiting in the keep.
Then take me to him.
Nice.
Father.
My son. I thought I'd lost you.
Enough, Father.
Allow me to present one Sirrah Hawk, Excellency. He fulfilled the bounty.
You have my gratitude. I hope you encountered no great difficulties on my son's behalf.
No problems to speak of, aside from the crowd that tried to kill us.
I was told the Winters had involved themselves. Was there no way to avoid an incident?
They murdered my friend. Where is the concern for that?
It was my understanding you were captured alone. Foolishly traipsing about the coast as you do.
I was not captured. I was with a shard. The Qunari. They are not monsters to be feared. If you would just try to understand, others would see as well.
Better that you were thought abducted than to have their influence suspected in my own family. Benign or not, it's too much.
A little too much insight into the office for me.
Your actions are appreciated. The Seneschal will see you out.
Nice. Viscount Marlowe Dumas has now been met. What happened to Viscount Perrin Threnhold was a travesty. I served in the keep, and my blood boils when I hear people call him a tyrant. He was a good man who tried his best to free Kirkwall from the control of those who use power for their own purposes. It's always been that way here, hasn't it? Long ago it was the Imperium, then it was the Qunari, then the Legions, now the Templars. When have we ever ruled ourselves? He tried to kick those Templar bastards out and give us real freedom, but what did it get him? Now the Chantry has chosen Lord Marlowe Dumas as his replacement. After weeks and weeks of arguing, after telling the nobility that they would be choosing their Viscount, after everyone saying it was time to use a new title, why not King? Why keep using the name imposed by the Orlesians? And after all that, the Chantry chose him. I suppose I can see why. Everyone thinks he has the spine of a jellyfish, and it does seem that way. Truly, he has the Templars on one side, the nobility on the other, and everyone expects him to solve all their problems, yet he has no power to actually accomplish it. He keeps the peace as best he can, and I think he does a good job even if no one else does. And he loves that sad little boy. I see the way young Seamus looks at his father, and I feel for him. Locked up in the keep with no other children, watching his father be put down by every self-important windbag that walks into the Great Hall. Makes me miss the days of Perrin Threnhold, even if they were chaotic. We can only hope that one day, Seamus gives this city the legacy it deserves. Friendship with Isabella on that one. And a standard chest. You want to open that one for me, please?
We're good to go.
A ring. 4 fire damage. Trash. Alright.
I can't do that.
That's done and dusted. What else have we got in our journal? We've got 3... main plot. The Chantry Sister is waiting in a safe house near the Lowtown Bazaar. We're going to talk to Merrill in the alienage. Back up Athenral's people. At the docks after dark. Let us do some more busy work, shall we? The docks at night. Loose ends. We are getting our steps in, that's for sure. All my characters goddamn fit. They'd be doing a lot of running around.
We're under attack. What a surprise!
Rain of arrows.
Thank you. I thought them coterie men had me for sure. I guess the whole thing was a trap. There were no dwarves when I went to make the trade, just coterie waiting to kill us. They got the rest of the boys. I ran. I was hoping they wouldn't find me here, but they did.
But they did.
Is that Athenral's rival criminal guild or something?
More like she's their rival. A small one at that. What I hear is the coterie controls most crime in Kirkwall, and they don't like competition.
So will you be running home to tell Mama crime doesn't pay?
My mama was ripped in two by one of them big horned darkspawn.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just me and my sisters now. Working for Athenral's the only way to feed the girls.
Why not take what Athenral gave you and start fresh somewhere outside of Kirkwall?
What do you mean?
There's always work to be found on farms for a healthy young man.
My father was a farmer. Before the Darkspawn got him. I'd rather do that than work for a Fenris.
Be free, my child.
I'll get my sisters. Please, make sure she doesn't come after us.
Interesting. Report back to Athenril in Hightown during the day. I'm like, take your time. Get out of here, boy. You do not need to be in this fight. Herbalist tasks. Okay.
Well, are you here to socialize, or did you bring my goods?
They were stolen.
I rescued your boy and killed the coterie, but your property was long gone.
Coterie. I should have figured. They've got a lock on all trade with the dwarves. If I'd had someone decent on the job, they'd have dug into it first, not walked in blindly. Well, no cargo, no coin. If you're ever looking for more work, I keep my books right here. Feel free to sign yourself up.
Isabella and Varric friendship. I wonder if that would have gotten Aveline friendship back again instead of rivalry because of the positive nature of the end of that quest. But who knows? Who knows? Why am I going this way? Animation is so funny. Come one, come all, to the blooming rose. Let's see. Red Blossom Special in Darktown. It's a little bit of a challenge when you're playing a game like this, and like I am feeling an itch, and I'll be honest, I'm feeling a big itch and scratch on my back for
Don't like Darktown? Die and make moves.
Okay. Feeling that scratch for some like big progression in a main plot sense, because we are doing a lot of busy work and running around. I'm liking the characters we're meeting, and I'm saying that I like the secondary quests because there's good character moments with all of our companions, so I like the character focus. There's part of me that's waiting for something like bigger to happen at the moment, because it's kind of like cruising along. And I know that that's kind of the Deep Roads expedition, I think, is like really kind of that main one to go to another location. But I have to get all of my ducks in a row before I do that. Not premium content stuff, because I think that's all over the place, but other stuff. Also, I guess if I, with these, because this is like gear, if I just equip the gear or take it out of the chest, I'm assuming this will take the premium content quest out of my journal. So I might go home, take all the gear out, and just put it in the storage chest, and that might clear out my premium content journal.
Check your purse. I think you lost something.
At least we definitely have enough for the Deep Roads expedition with some left over now, so we've still got like over 20 sovereigns for us to spend and buy things. We've also got the Black Emporium to check out as well. Let's do Shepherding Wolves, because this is a main plot.
Nice to see you too.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
Is this illegal?
Time is wasting. Who is going where?
My name is...
That's not humorous.
I have assumed a burden of charity. This is my charge.
Shiva Da.
Ooh.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Talvashoth outcasts. I call him Ketojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement. This mage would likely be returned to his brutal kin. He can serve a better purpose. I want him free. He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
Interesting. Yeah, it's really weird. No, what's really weird? I had a train of thought, and as soon as it entered my brain, gone. What was I just about to say? There was a thought here, and then it just vanished. And now I'm just standing here. All of my characters are staring at me, waiting for me to make a choice. And I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it wasn't a humorous. I swear. Did I accidentally pick the bottom option? Because that didn't sound like a humorous option at all. He's like, time's wasting, bitch. Tell me the answer. That's what I wanted to say.
If you're so intent on this, why not use Chantry resources?
My order will soon realize the Qunari presence is more than a test of faith. It is an open challenge. But for now, I must act on my own. Helping this mage shows how Qunari heresy cannot be ignored. His flight is vital.
Is freedom so helpful? A new life with that collar seems doubtful.
And yet it is more than he has. My reach is limited. His struggle is his own.
It just seems like releasing a bird, cage and all.
We do what we can to step toward what is right. That must be enough.
Can this Qunari not speak? Hang on. The Chantry one disappeared, right? Yeah, with the resources. So these are all. I haven't picked these yet.
If you're so intent.
Oh no, that one I picked already.
Helping this mage shows how Qunari heresy can.
You're not interested in who you might be hiring.
If you were important enough to know, I would need someone else. But if you insist, what is your family name?
My name is Hawk.
Strong. Very Ferelden. The Qunari have hardly pressured the southern nations. You have not seen as many converts or those who refused. If this action, if any action, can lessen their influence, it must be done.
Will he help? If I trust him at all?
I don't know his capabilities or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Qunari or not, I can only assume he wants to be led to freedom.
And if you're wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went to Lowtown. You are either capable of the discretion and skill that I need, or you are not.
You don't just stumble on someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the Qunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Talvashoth, they seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
And you think this mage was being hunted?
I'm certain no thinking creature would willingly submit to this. If he was not running before, he has seized the opportunity now.
Shall we do this Arashok option?
I've had dealings with the Qunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
You have dealt with their leader? If you have interacted with Qunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen order. The Arashok would doom this poor creature. But knowing them is useful. If they challenged you, attacking an ally would only confirm their barbarism. You are still right for the task.
Okay.
I can get him out of Kirkwall. He's a bit conspicuous for the streets, though.
Why would they do this to him? That is obviously not an option. You must avoid incident with the guards. I cannot be linked to this. This mage will be a fine example of how cruel Qunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so. The passage here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
Okay. The Varric rivalry, interestingly enough, and Merrill friendship. Yeah, the cut off horns is brutal. I think that the funniest part here is imagine doing a quest like this and having Aveline in our party, and she's just like, sure, guess I have to do what, you know, it's just, I guess so. Ketojan.
Ketojan, is it? You need to be led out of the city.
I don't know if he understood you. I know I didn't understand him.
It has been difficult to get information, but look at him. Would you want this? We must have that in common. I thank you for taking Ketojan. The passage leads through the Undercity and around the Guard. I will pay upon your return.
Make a good example.
I know this may be a reluctant duty. Let us hope there are no unforeseen incidents.
Okay. Well, let's go then into the Undercity. Varric is way more at friend point anyway, so a little bit of rivalry does not make too much of a difference. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. Okay, what have you got? What have you got for me? We could do Maim. Lacerate now cuts deeper, guaranteeing extra damage against enemies a warrior has staggered. See, we'd be so good together, Isabella. Me and my warrior strength, you and your roguish charm. Just works so well. We can make evade, have tactical withdrawal. We've got ambush, which is critical chance 100% when stealthed. We haven't really been... The game doesn't really seem like it allows for a lot of stealth opportunities like Origins did. It seems like it kind of blends a lot of hack and slash feelings with like put on top of the Origins combat, because all the Origins stuff is still there. There's still all the abilities and the tactics and how those characters interact, but then the combat situations that you're forced in almost seem to undermine that strategy and that tactical display, and it's just kind of got that hack and slash identity to it. So it's when you're like, yes, stealth and blah, blah. And I'm sure you'd probably be able to take advantage of a lot of these things if you forced it to happen. But I'm not feeling immensely drawn to it on a gameplay level, to be honest with you. That could change.
Deep dark with a horn skull mage, and other colloquials to that effect.
Yep.
I knew that.
You said it. Okay. Isabella, you need to warn me a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more ahead of time. Warns me as I'm stepping onto the thing. God damn it. So funny. Nothing I can do about the spider one. I really need to sell... That's alright, we're not really in danger of my inventory being full. But I need to sell things. Oh. More traps. We'd just be springing all the traps. Ah, another trap. We'd be springing the traps. Who farted? Because it's fucking deadly.
He's not very helpful, is he?
Love that. Boots of the Fallen. Ooh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Bonus for complete item set. So there are set bonuses for the Fallen armor. Okay, and I've got Helmet of the Fallen right now. Cool. Lovely. We do get set bonuses. What is the bonus? We do not know yet. I guess I forgot or did not read the bonus for complete item set when we found the helmet. Just keep an eye out for the gauntlets and the cuirass then. Oh, hello. Looks like a walking armory.
Look at this. Undercity's feared by all, but there's no shortage of fools with coin who want to test it. What is this thing? Collared like a dog lord's bitch. You some sort of Qunari lover? Maybe I should get rid of you and see who'll pay the most for your pet.
I don't think it likes you threatening its master. Maybe we let this one pass.
This is like Chewbacca moment. Tear his arms off.
A voice of reason. What's he doing with you?
You lot think you're so damn right. Buying everything, running free marches like me into our own sewers. You want us bound, like this thing? I'd see you dead first.
Oh shit!
By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
Dude, okay.
Fight!
Okay. He did something.
This place is so...
They get the idea, Qunari, Ketojan, whatever. Calm yourself!
Wow, okay.
Did you react because your lead was threatened? How much of this is just blind instinct, I wonder? You can't gesture or stomp your feet twice for yes or something.
I bet all he wants is to go chasing after thrown sticks. And someone to rub his belly.
You did what I said. Did I hit the right phrase or something? Right. Could have expected that answer. Keep control, and remember who is on your side. Of course. I expected no different.
Interesting. Well, we'll keep on going. I love that these guys were going to survive, and then that guy just couldn't let it go. He really thought he could take on this whole group. Ah yes, pouch of pebbles. Lovely. Belt. To the Vindmark Mountain Pass. Bloody hell, it's just the Wounded Coast, mate. Ooh. Okay. The helmeted one.
You will hold Basra Vashidan. I am Arvarad, and I claim possession of Serabas at your heel. The members of Escorting were killed by Tal Bashaf, but their disposal leads only here, to Serabas and you.
Ooh.
I just got here, coming from the other way. If there was a trail, I didn't leave it.
Yet you are here with Serabas. The crime is his freedom, his leash held by unknowing Basra. We will not allow that danger to continue. Let your own mages doom you. Serebas will be properly confined.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Moment of truth.
Serebas, show that your will remains bound to the Qun.
Oh.
He has only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
Conflicting because man won't speak. So it does. Okay, it does look like his lips are like sewn shut. I was wondering if that was like the case from a distance, or whether it was like weird, just like lines on his lips. We got blades. Let's just remove those stitches, shall we?
The sister called him Ketojan. You are Serebas?
Serebas is his role and his name, as you understand it. It is the accusation and acknowledgement of being a mage.
And you are Arvarad?
My role is to hold the leash and hunt the Grey Ones who leave the Qun. Or Baz who have not yet been enlightened.
You don't care that someone abused your dead to get you here?
No doubt they were cast from your shoulders as you or your partner thieves grew weak. It is a crime whose victims are beyond caring. It will be dealt with, but the greater threat is clear. It is my role to secure Serebas. It is the role of another to purge the perversions of your kind.
He is bound and abused, and you want him caged. Why?
The power that he has, that all Serebas have, draws from chaos and demons. They can never be in control.
So you fear them?
Just like everyone.
We leash Serebas because they are dangerous and contagious. Not even your Templars fully grasp that threat.
As soon as this was happening here, it's really interesting just to see how mages in every single culture are still like treated the same way, you know, like with the Templars and the Circle and the Qunari and the Serebas, and it's all just like, because they're all susceptible to demons, that they all have their own ways of dealing with it. It's just kind of awful that this is like the treatment of the Qunari version of mages, very brutal.
I find it hard to believe that Merrill could be so threatening.
Thank you, Hawk. There's no need for such fear.
You are Serebas? Serebas? Vashedan! Nera Setar Karasam!
Oh no, did I just trigger fighting?
Spewed your words at me like a demon trying to poison my control. Like this mage, the Qun requires your death.
Oh.
But we're no threat to each other.
Serebas, you will be no threat to anyone.
Oh, it's a control rod. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. I'm like, hey, Merrill, you're not a threat, right? And then immediately this dude's like, his sleeper agent words is activated. He's like, ah! A mage spoke to me! Die! Oh, shit. Interesting outcome. Okay. I wonder if we had a full party of Bethany, Merrill, and Anders, and how this would go. We should have ran this whole thing with just a mage party. That's wild. Oh, and there's reinforcements that appear out of nowhere. So he had like some sort of control rod thing going on. Well, he's definitely free now after this.
Can you stand?
Yeah. That'll break it the hold.
I am unbound. Odd. Wrong. But you deserve honor. You are now Basvarad, worthy of following. I thank your intent, even if it was wrong. I know the will of Arvarad. I must return as demanded. It is the wisdom of the Qun.
Dude, so he can speak. The stitched mouth does nothing. That's so he doesn't like drool or in his sleep and stuff, you know? So he doesn't breathe with his mouth open in his sleep, but he can talk, so that's fine.
So after all of this, now you want to die?
I do not want to die. I want to live by the Qun.
Which means dying.
Yes. Is that hard to grasp?
Arvarad couldn't kill me. Perhaps he was wrong about your death, too.
Losing to you does not make him wrong. He spoke the Qun. I have chosen. It is bred in the bone.
Existing is not a choice.
It is the only choice. As it Taleb. It is to be.
Could you have returned if I'd let these others live?
No.
You were doomed from the start.
I was outside my Keratam. I may be corrupted. I cannot know. How I return is my choice. It must be. But that does not mean there is no meaning.
Oh, this is really interesting here. Like, we can be like, go back to the sister, join the Tower of Ashath. And then it's also like, I refuse to allow this, but then we don't get to... it's like, dealing with the Qun and Qunari is such a complicated affair.
Patrice might take you back, if death is the only other option.
The sister was not honest.
What do you mean?
I cannot say what she wanted, but it was certainty, not of the Qun. And her guard smelled of death.
Others of your kind live outside the Qun. You could join them.
They are not my kind. I am Qunari. They are not.
They have chosen to be free.
Free? They have refused what they are. I can't choose to not be.
I don't... The do what you want means he dies, but what happens if we say I refuse to allow this? Does that... There's part of me that thinks if I pick I refuse to allow this, he might just trial by combat us and we'll be forced to kill him. And then if we say do what you want, he will go on his own terms. I have a feeling that he's going to die regardless.
My job ended when we exited the city. The rest is up to you.
You know of certainty and borders. You are closer to the Qunari than you admit. Your role would change little if you accepted the Qun. Take this secret thing, Basvarad. Remember this day.
Dude just lights himself up. Holy shit, that's so brutal. This like reminds me of that thing where there was like that...
Not right. It wasn't, was it?
She may not have known about this, but clearly Patrice set a trail right to us.
She sent us on an errand only to lead them to us.
Why?
I'm wondering if it reminds me of that story where there was I can't remember the exact details, but there was that person that, like, I think it was in protest, and they like literally set themselves on fire, and they like didn't say anything or like didn't scream at all, and just literally like sat there burning alive until they died. I wonder if that is like like a little nod to that. But that was crazy. Man just lights himself up and just goes. What an interesting thing. And this is like what I'm saying is like while there isn't like big plot movements in terms of like locations and destinations and an overarching thing that's going on, I think all in these little character interactions and these characters that we're meeting and learning so much more about like Qunari and other cultures and all of this information, like this is a really good world building lore culture Dragon Age experience. I think it's really good, and there are some very, very memorable moments that we're experiencing frequently between characters. So we got the Talisman of Sarabas from him, a simple shape on a leather cord. The uneven polish is not a failure of workmanship, rather the result of exacting and repeated study by powerful hands. Black glimmers curl just beneath a surface that should be solid, and there are glimpses of a core that seem to be carved from a piece of horn. Gaze for more than a moment, and it seems to stir something in an uncommonly dark corner of the mind, coaxing out a familiar primal emotion, want. It is impossible to say whether Sarabas intended this as reinforcement or restriction. At the moment, it simply is. The secret thing was never meant for the eyes of another. Okay. Let's have a look, because we got some Qunari tabs, baby. The Qunari Asit Taleb. When the Ashkari looked upon the destruction wrought by locusts, he saw at last the order in the world. A plague must cause suffering for as long as it endures. Earthquakes must shatter the land. They are bound by their being. Asit Taleb it is to be, for the world and the self are one. Existence is a choice. A self of suffering brings only suffering to the world. It is a choice, and we can refuse it. Sarabas, the Qun, teaches that all living things have a place and a purpose, and only when they are in the correct place and in control of their own self may a being attain balance. When balance is lost, suffering follows. Mastery of the self is, therefore, the first and greatest duty. Those born with magic are at a terrible disadvantage, for demons can always rob them of their self. Because of this, the Qunari name them Sarabas, meaning dangerous thing, and treat them with the utmost caution. Sarabas must be carefully controlled by someone else, an Arvarad, one who holds back evil, because they cannot truly control themselves. The evil is not the mage, but the loss of the mage's self, and the suffering that inevitably follows. The Qunari pity and honor the Sarabas, for striving while under constant threat from within is truly selfless, which is the highest virtue of the Qun. The people of the Qun are perhaps the least understood group in Thedas. The Qunari wars were brutal, but so was the Chantry Schism. So was the fall of the Imperium. Some of this misunderstanding is an accident of nature. The race we call Qunari are formidable. Nature has given them fierce horns and strange eyes, and the ignorant look on them and see monsters. Some is an accident of language. Few among the Qun's people speak the common tongue, and fewer speak it well. We've already read this, but I'm just rereading it with more context of what we've experienced here. In a culture that strives for mastery, to have only a passable degree of skill is humiliating indeed, and so they often keep quiet among foreigners out of shame. We've read some stuff like this already, so I think this is a new... This isn't a new codex entry, but I'm just reading it with more Qunari expansion now, with what we've had recently. Much of it is a result of culture itself. The Qunari view their whole society as a single creature, a living entity whose health and well-being is the responsibility of all, because it's talking about like the legs and the eyes and ears, like all of the different parts of it. So we can't even meet the Qunari until one has visited their cities. This is the thing. It's like they are definitely the least understood because it's so hard because of all of the different ones within the whole of Qunari culture have different roles, and they adhere to those roles very strictly. Very cool. And I think that is everything. Lovely. All right. I guess we'll be heading back. Let's take a look at this talisman. +2 health regen rate, blood magic. Each point of health provides additional mana. Let's give that to Meryl instead of her fire and cold resistance. Meryl's keeping enough of a distance where I don't even think she's affected by the fire and the cold. We should loot this battlefield as well, of which there is not much but a pile of bones. An upright pile of bones at that, which is weird. Raven feather. This bony boy do be sitting. Weird. Let us leave. Oh, we've got some silverite and some rubble here as well. Don't want to miss that. So I think if you don't pick this stuff up, like you miss it, because you won't be returning to these areas. Let's go. Are we heading back to the sister? Shepherding wolves. Okay, we'll check in with her and be like, so what was that about? Because he did not trust you. So he could talk, I think, only once the control rod was broken or deactivated.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawk. It was Hawk, right? From the streets. You took the Qunari from the city? Without incident?
Without bloody incident? You know better.
Mind your tongue, woman.
Please, do speak your mind.
Don't string me along. You know that I know.
Whether you believe it or not, I wished you no harm. That might have been useful for someone, but still regrettable. A massacre of citizens protecting a slave might have forced the Chantry to doubt appeasement, to see the Qunari for the monsters they are. Perhaps finding the mage was a rushed opportunity. If such a plot existed, I see how it might be disagreeable to you.
Your Ketojan killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
If, perhaps, why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug, you are hardly that important. That's not an insult. It's why I chose you.
Damn.
Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
You've made an enemy.
I won't forget this, sister.
Take your coin. Disappear back into Lowtown. Rest assured, I will not make the mistake of looking for help outside the faithful again. The stakes, eternity, are just too high.
She'll be trouble.
Yeah. 7 sovereigns though, we got some goddamn coin for that one. Act of Mercy is this anonymous letter for help, but I think while we're here, we're actually going to go talk to Meryl in her alienage. So we're going to go home. Where is she? Alienage is here. Because it's in the area. So let's pop in to Meryl's house. Maybe she'll be home, you know? Let ourselves in. make ourselves at home and see what she wants. Again, beautiful place, Meryl. Yeah.
This city is amazing. Do you know I saw someone get mugged? Right outside. It was fascinating. Everything happens here all at once. How does anyone keep it all straight?
Someone has jumped outside your door, and that's exciting.
It must be the alien age greeting. Hasn't happened to me yet, though. They must not like me. It's so busy here. So many things just get lost.
Innocence.
Do you miss the Dalish?
I miss Haren Pyval's stories. The creaking of Aravels in the breeze. The city is so busy and confusing. And the elves here are not like my clan. But I'll get used to Kirkwall in time.
The Templars haven't found you, have they?
I've been careful, even among the Dalish. Keepers never work magic in public. And I think the Templars don't even see me. I'm just another elf in the alienage.
Think of it like a game. You can pick up all the things people drop and overlook. Maybe count them.
I think they mostly drop garbage. I'm glad you came by. I needed someone to talk to.
That's cute.
By the Dread Wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here? It's clean sometimes, I swear.
Such a sty. Unbelievable. I like that you can just catch up just for some conversations sometimes. Like, it's just like a little nice scene, I suppose. It's nice. Okay, is there anything going on here? It's just Black Emporium. I am going to take this opportunity in that case to go and do magistrate's orders and herbalist's tasks. Let's go do that as well. So we'll go check out new areas because we haven't been here before. We got guardsmen.
I hear you're in need of a bit of help.
Ah, so you're the reinforcements the magistrate promised. The man you're looking for, he's holed up in the ruins. Though I doubt he's still in one piece.
That bastard's to be brought in alive after all he's done? Just because it isn't you and your pretty little Shemlin children he's after.
Huh?
Please, calm down and tell me what happened.
The man you're after, he targets elves. He dragged my daughter into those ruins and killed her! I want him dead! My girl, Leah, she wasn't his first victim. Over the years, he's taken dozens of our children, and not once has he paid for his crimes.
Some great angry voice acting right there. Really, like, I'm like, I can feel that rage, mate. And I am like, okay, I'm on board.
Would you mind telling me who you are?
My name is Elrin. I'm a merchant in the city. Please, no one else cares that our children are being slaughtered like beasts.
There must be some humans who would take offense to these disappearances.
We're nothing to them. Even if this murderer does finally go before the courts, the magistrate won't take our word over his.
Why only elves? Why not human children as well?
We're easy prey. No one thinks twice when an elven child disappears.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree, my brother.
I'll tear his throat out myself.
Thank you, Sarah. You have no idea what this means. For all my damn coin, I'm still only an elf to these Shemlin. There'll be no justice for my girl in the courts of Kirkwall.
What do you say about all this?
They won't go in after him. They're stalling, trying to give the murdering bastard a chance to get away.
Oi now, elf. Like we said before, you're bleeding mad if you think we'll be going against the magistrate's orders.
This murderer cannot be allowed to walk free.
Then that bastard will finally get what he deserves. Thank you.
Not wise, stranger. You try to take justice into your own hands, the magistrate will have your head.
Better men have tried, and failed. Horribly.
Okay. Kill the fugitive or capture him for the magistrate. Look, mate, when someone's out there killing kids, gotta kill them. Death! Wow, look at this brand new area and environment. We certainly have never been in a place that looked even remotely similar to this before. Not like we were just in a situation like this with Qunari in this exact same location, but it wasn't this location. Oh, what the fuck? This is just in the... What the... Are you in the deep roads right now? Look at this shit. What the fuck? Change of scenery real quick. We're in like just a bunch of like dwarven architecture? Okay. This is just hidden in a cavern on the beach.
Unhealthy.
What the fuck? This is taking me by such surprise. It was just like, I was expecting another just generic cave layout that we'd seen constantly in this game so far. But no, new and refreshing scenery.
My goodness, that was exciting.
Spider's Silkland. Nice, that was for the herbalist's task. Lovely. So that gets done in the same area. This is like a full decked out location too. A lot of hallways though. A lot of hallways. A lot of lava. Seems to not make a lot of logical sense appearance-wise in just this random beach cave, but we'll let it go. Let's circle the perimeter first. I sense a trap. I did sense it. Yes, please, give me that. Alright, we're almost full on our inventory. I need to sell some stuff again.
If we kill them, we get their stuff.
Alright. Big room. Which means enemies. Oh shit! Fuck it up. Oh nice, Meryl petrified it immediately. Tactic, cool. I keep accidentally deactivating the dog summon. Oh god, kill it, kill it, kill it. Don't let it do whatever the fuck that was. I almost died. I feel like a location like this we'll see again. Is it just these environments look too cool for just a random little side quest adventure? Like it feels like we would see this same stuff in the deep roads. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Hello?
Who are you? Please, can you get me out of here? I just want to go home. Don't be afraid, darling. Everything's going to be all right now.
Leah, your father told us you were dead.
My father? Is he safe? Kelder said that he'd hurt my family if I didn't come with him.
Who is Kelder?
The man who took me.
Okay.
I don't see any injuries. Are you all right?
He hit me, told me I was nothing. I begged him to stop hurting me. I didn't think he would, but out of nowhere, he pushed me away and just started crying. Don't you see? He didn't mean to hurt me. He told me. There are demons. They make him do these horrible things.
Oh, okay.
What kind of demons? What did they look like?
I don't know what they look like. I didn't actually see any of them. But Kelder told me to run, to get away so they couldn't make him hurt me anymore. Please don't kill him. It's not his fault. Please.
Damn. It's another classic situation of going in here being like, I'm going to do this thing, and then, hey, how about another perspective to make you question what you've chosen to do?
Kelder is dangerous, Leah. If he fights back, I can't promise he won't get hurt.
He won't fight you, I promise.
Run to the entrance. You'll find your father there.
Okay. Oh, hey, run to the entrance, except, that door's closed, so you have to go the long way, I'm afraid. Hopefully there's no giant spiders. Let me quickly circle around. Oh. Fucking hell. Are these... This is probably a good opportunity to see if these doors are one-way doors, or whether they're just shut, and we've gone the correct way this whole time. Let's see. Can we open this door? No. Oh. It's not even highlighted, which means I'm going to assume I'm going to commit myself to the bit, and we're going to go down this way. Oh, no, we can open this one. And that goes into here. Oh, okay. So we just circumvented all of these. Okay. But then that other door will still be closed, I think. This was just a trap. Ooh, Montdiglace Strand. A longbow. An entire class of weaponry that we are pretty much ignoring because Varric uses Bianca. Okay. Go back the long way around and have a look at what's going on with the demon man. He's like, it wasn't me, it was the demons. Okay. So I say, we're back on track. Trap. How they run. You coming, Varric?
Victory!
Seems to be unhealthy.
And here we are. Kelder. Alright. Time to find out what this is all about.
I knew my father would eventually send someone. I was hoping the beasts down here would get to me first.
You wanted those creatures to kill you? Why?
It's what I deserve. I should be torn apart, forgotten down here, not protected by my father.
The magistrate sent me. I've never even met your father.
He didn't tell you, did he? The magistrate is my father.
Oh. Oh,
He's tried so hard to keep me, and what I've done, hidden away.
Oh, I suppose that's why he wanted this hushed up.
There are so many in this game, in this story, there are so many characters that have apostate mage children, or just like hidden secret mages. And it's such a common running theme. So many people are so magically inclined, and they're like, we don't want to send them off to the circle. We'll keep them hush-hush, and then every single one that's like kept hush-hush somehow becomes very, very susceptible to the demons. I wonder, I almost feel, it almost feels like a given at some point to have Bethany have some sort of struggle on a magic sense with maybe a demonic influence. She's been doing so well so far, but maybe this will be the time where something happens. But yeah, we've got like many a Templar and many a Viscount, not the actual Viscount, that was a lie, but like, you know, many a people that actually have children that are magically inclined. And it just makes it very interesting to see it happening constantly over here.
The magistrate's more worried about keeping his job than doing his job.
Father is a good man. He tried to help, to stop me. But he can't. No one can. That elf girl, she had no right to be so beautiful, so perfect. The demons said she needed to be taught a lesson, like all the others. The circle was supposed to help me, but they lied. They said there were no demons, that I was mad. This isn't my fault.
Oh. So he actually tried to get help from the circle, and they said there was nothing wrong? This is very complex. There's a lot of layers to this in terms of what's actually going on, especially from that magical demonic sense, because it feels like in real life, when people murder people, and then they claim like the whole insanity, mental illness clause to get them out of harsher sentences, or being like, I wasn't myself. And in Dragon Age, if you're a mage, the same thing kind of comes up when you're like, it was the demons, bro. Even if there's apparently no demons, but then it's just like, how do you can't tell if someone's possessed. But like with this Templar thing that came up earlier, or like, you know, the quest that we did, and they were just like, yeah, we'll just watch him for 10 years, we'll see what happens, you know? Living in a fantasy world is tough business.
Leah said you told her to run. Why?
I was crying, and she asked me if I was all right. After everything the demons made me do to her, she was concerned about me. How could I let them destroy something so good, so pure?
I think what really makes this very interesting as well is in terms of like living in a world that has mages and magic and demonic possession and demons getting in your head in a very literal sense with the Fade, like we've seen it manifested. Where are the people in the Dragon Age setting that have schizophrenia, right? Or the people that have these like just genuine psychological illnesses where they hear voices or they have stuff, but it's not on a magical side. It's more of just like an actual condition. Is that a thing? Is that what this guy is afflicted with right now? And he's actually doing this. He's just very mentally unwell. It just raises so many questions of how mental and medical conditions can exist in a fantasy setting as well, and watch it conflict with something that's already very, very similar, but in a magical sense.
Let me get this straight. You torture and murder elven children for being too beautiful.
I didn't want to hurt them. They forced me. The demons don't like it when they cry.
If the Circle suspected a demon at work, they wouldn't risk setting you loose in the city.
No. They lied.
Coward. Doesn't even have the balls to own up to his own depravity.
I can't stop. I've tried so many times. Please, you have to kill me. There's no other way.
First smart thing he's said. Give him what he wants.
Just tell my father I'm sorry. For everything.
I think this is actually one of those moments where this is the option that I'm going to take. Magistrate's going to be mad, but like at the same time, Justice for the children, and also this dude's gonna go into Dragon Age prison, and then they're gonna find out that he's a child killer in Dragon Age prison, and they'll just kill him anyway because that's how it goes. I don't think the Circle would have lied. I don't think this guy's got actual demons. I think he's got a serious case of needing to have his balls cut off.
Must you be so dramatic?
Must you be so dramatic? Kills him so dramatically. Friendship points for everyone. Meryl, Varric, and Isabella all liked that. Isabella liked it the most. Meryl liked it the second. Varric liked it the least. It was only a +5 for Varric, 10 for Meryl, and 15 for Isabella. Very interesting. Building up that friendship level. So we've already got him with his friendship ability. The power of friendship, and we've got Meryl's friendship ability of solidarity. So 1 health provides 1 additional mana. That's nice. We just do not have yours yet, which is going to be... Isabella's got your back, so it's a +5 attack speed for both of us. Lovely. Alright, Father is going to be so happy. We're going to be like, oh, well, you see, he had actually already been slain by the time we got there, yep. He tripped and fell on a knife.
You saved her. My little girl. I didn't dare hope... Did you find that monster? Is he dead?
We could bring him back as the undead and then kill him again.
No, that's all right. I'd rather he stay dead. I didn't believe an elf could ever get justice in Kirkwall. I speak for all of us when I say that we are in your debt, Sura.
Let's go. Justice has been served.
I feel just as bad for those knife ears as the next man. But ignoring the magistrate's direct orders, that's madness.
I got more Meryl friendship again for the Elven save, which was great. I wonder how Anders would have reacted to that with the spirit of vengeance inside of him. Nice. Right, I'm going to go do Herbalist's tasks at Sundermount. We can get this done. I don't know where. I'm assuming it's going to be a random enemy in a random cave somewhere. Let's actually have a look. Bring the silk gland. Ah, pure ironbark. The Dalish may know where to find it. Cool. So I still need that, and I think I need the fang as well. So I guess we'll talk to the Dalish and be like, can I get some of that ironbark, please? Maybe I can buy it from a merchant here. I wonder if that symbol is the Hala.
The sooner you all leave this place.
Alright. Let's see.
Watch your steps, Yam. You don't know how many Dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
Oh! Fenris is here.
I can't thank you enough for letting me come here. But it hasn't been quite what I thought.
Has the Keeper been able to help you with your magic?
Sadly, his is not a problem we've encountered before. I'm studying our ancient writings, but it is a slow process. His human blood makes it difficult to train him.
You know, when I lived in Kirkwall, I felt like everyone could tell by my face I was an elf. Now I understand how easily I passed. It's harder here.
Still, we appreciate you bringing him here, friend. We would not see a son of our tribe suffer alone. Please, accept this as our thanks.
Nice. Well, that he's like, I'm here and it's kind of still terrible. Have you got any iron bark in here? Mayhap? Root of nature. Apparently not. Let's sell all our junk though. I've got so much I can sell.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Hush!
Oh, Meryl. So you've returned. How has your time been among the Shemlin?
It's been nothing but roses and rainbows, Master Island. The alienage is lovely in the spring. The collapsing shacks and drunken brutes are nicely offset by the knee-deep mud.
This path has been of your own choosing, Meryl. A path that has saddened the clan greatly.
Perhaps if the clan was more accepting of the ancient ways and not so mired in fear.
Enough! We will not bicker like children in front of strangers. We cannot undo what is done. My apologies for that display. Perhaps we can start again. I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Wood, please.
Do you have any pure iron bark in stock? What use is iron bark to you? I've never met a Shem who could bend it to his will. Either way, I'm out of stock. I do know where it can be found, but it is impossible to retrieve. Our people were forbidden from venturing to the area after we lost 2 of our best hunters there.
I'm gonna make that task possible.
What's the problem? Maybe I can give you a hand dealing with it. I find it insulting that you think you would succeed where we could not. The place is overrun by darkspawn. If we tried to eradicate them, we would risk the precious few hunters we have left. I'll show you where the area is. What you do with the information is up to you.
Okay. I'm about to succeed where you have not. Okay.
It's a little flat for a bowl, perhaps?
Is it in this area, or I have to leave and then come back, maybe? I feel like I gotta leave and come back. There we go. Ironwood clearing. There's a new area for us.
Now, fight!
And then we get Darkspawn. Let's go. Haven't seen Darkspawn in a hot minute.
I got
Cool.
what you need right here.
Nice. Oh, they fast. Got the shrieks coming back as well. Cool.
Grab some sharp and pointy. We've got company.
It's an ambush.
I'll make this quick.
The enemies like die and disappear on the field before I'm even able to loot them, and I'm assuming that's because they don't have anything, but it still makes it very confusing for me as I see their name for a second.
I am not cleaning this up.
Showing up uninvited?
So how about, oh yeah, okay, we knew this was coming. Oh, nice petrify. Great petrify. Twisted amulet. So how about that succeeding where you failed thing? Elf? Pure ironbark. Lovely. We got to slay a little bit of Darkspawn again, which is pretty cool. Few and far between in this game. They're still hanging around. Okay, let's return the stuff to the herbalist before we head back to the magistrate and get scolded. Solivitus.
You've brought back everything on the list. I'll get to work immediately. And of course, here is the reward I promised.
Do you have more stuff now? Feels like you have the same stuff.
Welcome back to Sol.
The first enchanter has marked up these potions well beyond.
Love when this random dude's just like, God, this is way more expensive than it needs to be, dude. Done? Alright, shall we face the consequences of magistrate's orders? Hey, your son's dead. But also, he was killing kids. So kind of pay the price for that one.
We don't want trouble here.
Magistrate's just chilling outside. Yeah.
You dare show your face to me again.
Oh. He left and his dialogue cut off. He left the area before his dialogue could even finish. That's how keen he was to get away. That was weird. You'd think that would have been like a dialogue face-to-face encounter, not just a random... He's like, ah, you suck. Get out of here. Like, it was weird, right? Not even like a proper encounter. Strange. Regardless, that'll be the last quest we do for today. So thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Dragon Age 2. It's over. Next time, we explore more things. We've done all of our secondary quests, companion quests, stuff at the moment, and we're just left with the main plot. So things will be moving forward next time. I'm going to head back to the gambling house to get rid of a lot of premium content item related quests, and then we will follow up the Act of Mercy before we eventually jump into this Deep Roads expedition. So we might be able to get this one done next time, and we may be seeing something different, having some big plot movements. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.